As Brenda and Cameron's marriage went through its ups and downs, their intimacy had reached a new high. But back at work, Brenda shifted her focus onto the design competition. Moments later, Mellany walked in and announced an urgent meeting. Brenda arrived slightly late.
I don't like people who don't show up on time. If you can't be punctual, then don't bother to come to work tomorrow.
Brenda already knew Mellany liked to pick on her, so she chose her words carefully. I'm sorry. Mellany snorted at her and turned her attention back to the group.
I called all of you here to announce a surprise office outing. It is mandatory for everyone to participate.
Everyone looked at each other nervously, not knowing what to expect.
Day after tomorrow at 9 a.m. You will all gather at the front gate and board the bus to the venue. Any questions?
How long will this outing be?
You'll be given all the information tomorrow morning.
What do we need to bring?
Nothing. Just be there.
Brenda turned around and was walking back to her seat when she saw Susie on a phone call.
I need to know about the second round of the competition.
Brenda stopped to listen and Susie kept talking.
What? You didn't hear about it? Aren't you the manager of the administrative department? I'm not going to fight with you about that now. I just have to ask, what will the next round be about?
There was a brief silence before Susie spoke again.
What? What do you mean it's random? I have to know. I can't be eliminated so early. I don't care. Find a way. My father spent so much money to put you through school, and you can't even tell me something so simple? I tell you, if I'm eliminated, my father's going to be very unhappy, and you'll be in trouble.
With those final words, Susie hung up. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw the corner of Brenda's sleeve.
Who's there?
Brenda knew she had been found out, so she walked around the corner and made eye contact with Susie.
Brenda? You actually have the nerve to eavesdrop on me?
Brenda had heard too much. She knew Susie had been cheating the whole time by getting extra information. Brenda decided to leverage it. Shouldn't you be more worried that your cheating has been exposed?
Cheat? How did I cheat exactly? Do you have any evidence? Do you think anyone will believe you with your reputation?
Brenda held up her phone. I accidentally recorded you. How's that for evidence?
You scheming little…
And then, out of nowhere, Susie suddenly rushed straight at Brenda. She was beyond angry and was lunging for Brenda's phone. Brenda held it up with one hand and tried to push her away with the other. It was clear that Susie was no amateur when it came to fighting. Enough!
Delete it!
When I heard you talking, I really wanted to tell everyone how you and your cousin betrayed everyone's trust for your own personal gain. But I've changed my mind. Brenda held up her phone, showed the recording to Susie, and pressed delete. Susie held her chest and breathed a long sigh of relief. I want to see what you can do without cheating. This second round will be a fair game. Everyone's going to see who's relying on their relationships and who isn't. Susie looked crueler than ever. Even if it meant eliminating herself, she would never allow Brenda to advance. Brenda was almost done for the day when she received a message from Cameron asking her to meet her at the underground garage. She didn't know why, but it made her heart flutter. He had a way of making her gloomy thoughts disappear. Husband. Brenda climbed in and found Cameron sitting in the back seat with his laptop on his legs. Brenda closed the door behind her and hugged his arm. Cameron looked up at her.
Wait a minute.
All right. After a few minutes, Cameron closed the laptop lightly with his slender fingers. Then he turned to her with his inky dark eyes.
So, about the day after.
Yes, the office outing.
Office outing?
Yes. Mellany said that there's a surprise office outing. Nobody knows where we're going. Cameron's dark eyes looked away, trying to make sense of what Brenda had just said. Cameron wasn't aware of the office outing himself. He found this suspicious. Brenda tried to get his attention. Cameron?
Oh, yes. Now I remember. I almost forgot. How are you feeling about the competition?
You should have confidence in me, Cameron. Cameron reached out and grabbed Brenda's hand, bowing his head down to kiss the back of it. Brenda's cheeks got a little hot. Once they reached the villa, Brenda went upstairs to her room as usual. But once she opened the door, she noticed that all of her stuff was gone. She ran out thinking the place had been ransacked. My stuff was stolen! We were robbed! Cameron's mouth curled up in a gentle smile.
Anything that's in this house is yours now. Technically speaking, those vases in the corridor are genuine antiques. They're priceless.
I know, but where have my things gone? Cameron didn't answer, but instead turned and went into his bedroom. She followed him and was stunned by what she saw. That's my pillow and and my notebook, and my cactus. Brenda was bouncing around, picking out all her things. Why is all my stuff in your room?
I asked Miss Lynn to sort it out. Brenda, we're husband and wife. Why would we stay in separate rooms?
Brenda realized what was happening. He wanted her to stay in the same room as him. He wanted them to sleep together. Isn't that a bit inconvenient?
It's not inconvenient. Or maybe you just don't like the idea?
No, I'm not sure I do like it, but...
We'll live together happily, Mrs. Kent. You'll see.
Brenda didn't know how to react. She had never shared a bedroom with anyone else before. She thought of all the bad habits she had that could turn him off. She stood there in silence, overwhelmed by Cameron's grand gesture. The next day, Susie was waiting for the elevator to go up to her cousin's office. As she stepped out, she was shocked to see Wayne Keaton, Mellany's husband, sharing an intimate moment with another woman. Even though she couldn't see the woman's face, she thought she'd finally cracked the case. Wayne was Brenda's sugar daddy.
Oh, Brenda. Wait till Mellany finds out about this.
Susie pulls out her phone to take a quick picture. She had a wicked smile on her face. On another floor, Ashley and Brenda were having lunch. Brenda seemed slightly distracted. She was thinking about Cameron and their first night together as husband and wife.
Bree, have you finished eating?
Brenda nodded in response.
Good, then let's go upstairs.
After lunch, the two women left the table and made their way to the elevator. Before they entered, they noticed a TV screen on the wall. Ashley's eyes widened and she stopped in her tracks, transfixed.
That's Brennan Riley!
Brennan Riley.
Yes, she's my idol. Word is out that it's highly probable that she'll be a judge at the National Fashion Design Competition. If she's there, I might get the chance to meet her. The thought of it gives me butterflies.
Brenda felt uneasy. The only reason she paid attention to Brennan Riley's return to Los Angeles was that she suspected she might be Cameron's former girlfriend. She still remembered Robert saying that Cameron's ex-girlfriend looked strikingly similar to her. And after looking at her, she could see he was right. Ashley, I'll catch up with you upstairs. I just remembered something.
Are you okay, Bree?
Yes, don't worry. Brenda felt a sudden sense of fear in the pit of her stomach. Cameron and Brenda were finally getting close, but the news of Brennan Riley returning made her question everything all over again. Was Brennan returning for Cameron? What happened between Cameron and Brennan? Will Cameron choose Brenda over Brennan?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.